Think you could handle a trip back in time? What if I told you that stepping into 14th century London would be a shock you might not survive? Forget the fairy tale castles and noble knights. We're diving headfirst into the grimy, chaotic, and downright dangerous reality of medieval city life. So why wouldn't you last a single day? Let's start with your morning walk. The first thing that hits you isn't the sight of a grand cathedral, but the smell. Open sewers, called kennels, run down the middle of the narrow, unpaved streets, filled with human waste, animal entrails from the butcher, and whatever else people tossed from their windows. The noise is a deafening chorus of blacksmiths hammering, street vendors screaming their prices, and the constant rumble of wooden carts. You'd be dodging pigs, chickens, and packs of stray dogs at every turn. Crowds are everywhere, pressing in on you as you try to navigate the labyrinthine alleys of Cheapside Market. And let's not forget the constant looming threat of disease. The Black Death had already ravaged the city, and smaller outbreaks of plague, dysentery, and smallpox were a part of daily life. A simple cut could lead to a fatal infection, and if the filth and disease didn't get you, the justice system might. Public executions at places like Tyburn were a form of mass entertainment, a stark reminder of the brutal laws that governed the city. This powder keg of poverty and hardship was bound to explode, and it did in the form of the Peasants' Revolt. At the heart of it was a man named Wat Tyler. Frustrated by crippling taxes and the oppressive feudal system, Tyler led a massive army of commoners who marched on London. For a few electrifying days, they held the city, stormed the Tower of London, and demanded radical changes from the young King Richard II. It was a stunning display of popular power, a moment when the voiceless found their roar. But it ended in bloodshed. Tyler was killed during negotiations, and the rebellion was brutally crushed. His story is a powerful, tragic glimpse into the deep social tensions simmering just beneath the surface of medieval life. But where is all this history now? It's right under your feet. Modern London is built on layers of its own past. Archaeologists digging beneath the city's skyscrapers have uncovered an incredible subterranean world. They've found the foundations of Roman villas, remarkably preserved wooden structures from the medieval period, and hauntingly the mass graves of Black Death victims. These discoveries are like windows into the past, allowing us to piece together the daily lives of the people who walked these streets centuries ago, from the tools they used to the pottery they ate from. It's a tangible connection to this lost world. And what a world of contrasts it was. Imagine the life of a lord, draped in vibrant silks and furs, feasting on roasted swan and spiced wine in a grand stone hall. For the aristocracy, London was a place of power, influence, and extravagant displays of wealth. They enjoyed legal protections and privileges the common person could only dream of. Now picture a beggar in threadbare rags on the street below, huddled against the cold, hoping for a stale crust of bread. For the vast majority, life was a desperate struggle for survival. Justice was swift and often cruel, food was scarce and monotonous, and freedom was a concept that barely existed. The same city was two entirely different worlds, depending on whether you were born into a life of silk or a life of rags. So, could you have survived it? The raw, unfiltered chaos of medieval London is a far cry from our modern comforts. It was a world of incredible resilience, but also of immense suffering. It makes you appreciate the clean water from your tap, doesn't it? Thanks for joining me on this trip back in time. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more historical deep dives. Let me know in the comments which historical period you'd least like to live in. See you next time.